In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to use After Effects, mostly as an editing platform, but keep in mind that After Effects can be used for a lot more things. You can even make scenes in After Effects instead of in Photoshop if you like. But today we're going to focus on using After Effects as an editing platform. So let's get started. First thing we need to do is open After Effects. So After Effects is just down here, AE. If it's not in your dock, you can find it in your Launchpad. Click here and find After Effects, which is right here. But we've already got it open here, and this is the welcome screen. So this is what you should see when you open After Effects. And I'm going to click right over here, this blue button that says New Project. And that's going to bring us to this main screen. This is what you'll be working in After Effects for the most part. And to get the project started, we have to click on this button right here, the New Composition option. We talked a little bit about compositions, and this is what After Effects calls a project. So I'll click on this, and I get my composition settings here. I'm working on a project called Get Ready. I want to keep these here at 1920 and 1080, just like we are working with in other projects. Frame rate should be 12. Down here, the duration explains how long the video is. So this first zero here is how many hours, then there's a colon, then how many minutes, a colon, then how many seconds, a colon, and then how many frames. So right now our video is 30 seconds long. I can choose my background color here. I like this nice medium gray. That's just the color that sits behind any videos that you add. So I'll click OK, a nice gray, and then I'll click OK. And now I have my composition. Down here is my timeline, just like in Photoshop, where I'll add my different video clips to make my movie. Up here is my library. This is where all my video clips and other assets live before I bring them down into my timeline. And then this is our stage here. This is where we see what the movie actually looks like. Over here, there's some options, quite a few actually. The one we need the most right now is this preview option. This is how we actually play our video. So I just clicked on that. Click it once to open it. Click it twice to close it, open it. All right, you can see that spacebar will play, I believe. So let's go ahead and grab some video clips that we can use to put together in After Effects. So you do need to make each individual scene and export it as a video file, either an MP4 or .mov, before you can bring them into After Effects. So I've got some clips that I can use. I'm going to go down here to my Finder, to my Goober here, and here is my folder Get Ready, which has all of my clips. So I'll double click on that, and you can see I've got all these different these different scene files here. I want to mainly use MP4 or MOV files. So, and I've also got them nicely numbered here, which is helpful for organization. So I'll grab my first clip here, number 1, the sunrise, and I'm going to drag it into my library. Notice I've got a composition file already here. That's the actual project. And then now I've got video file number 1, sunrise, here in my library, my project library. And now I can grab it and bring it down to my timeline. We can see that now my video fills my stage here. And in my timeline, this gray bar shows how long my video lasts. So just like in Photoshop, there's this little slider that lets me zoom in. You can see that this video here is this is supposed to be about 3 seconds long. So, and it ends right here. Let's go ahead and grab a second video, number 2 here. Grab it and put it in my library. And then I'm going to bring it and add it to my timeline. Notice I've got video clip 1 and video clip 2 right here. But the two videos are stacked on top of each other, so we only see one video. I need to grab this second video, video number 2, and slide it out so that it starts where this video clip ends. So that when I slide my playhead, it plays this, and then it plays my next scene. So now I need to go ahead and grab another scene, which is number 3, the kitchen. And I'll grab that, put that in my library, and then drag it down into my timeline. This is a pretty long video, so I need to grab my slider and zoom out so I can see the whole thing. And I want this video's gray bar, the length of the video, to start when this one here ends. So it goes here, and then here, and then here. Now I can grab my playhead and go back to the beginning. And over here in my preview section, I've got my play bar here. Shortcut is spacebar, which you can change if you want to, but that works for me. And then I'm just going to hit the spacebar, or I can use this play button right here. Hit play. And it might take just a minute to play. Let's see if we can get it to go here. There it goes. This little red bar shows the progress. That's where we are in time. And there we go. So that's, and this will play to the very end. Alright, so I'll go ahead and stop that. If my movie is longer than 30 seconds, I can go up to my composition settings here, and I can change this here from 30 seconds to, let's say, 45 seconds. And then I'll click OK. And now notice that if I zoom all the way out, my video goes all the way to 45 seconds. If I decide that I don't want my video to play for the entire 45 seconds, I can grab this bar right here, once the cursor turns to that icon, and slide it to where I want it to stop. So now it will only play until it gets there. And then it loops back to the beginning and plays over again. Alright, and I am telling it to loop from the beginning to the end over and over again. That's what this button does here. That tells it to only play once, and that tells it to loop. So, now I have my videos all in a line, and now all I need to do is export this new video that has all of my smaller video clips all put together. By the way, you can also drop in audio clips, images, and other things like that into your library and into your timeline. But for now, this should be enough. So I'm going to go up to File. I'm going to go to Export. And I want to add to render queue. This is our render queue down here. For the most part, you can leave everything as it is. Mainly here, this output 2 is important. See, it's not yet specified. I need to click on that, and I'm going to put this video that I'm making onto my goober. So I click this button, the blue button, not yet specified, and the computer's taking a little bit of time to process that, so we'll just have to wait. There's also this output module here, which we'll get to in just a minute. Okay, so here, output movie 2, we can leave the name just as it is. We can click this little white arrow here to get our full finder. I'm going to put it in my goober here, leave it as getready.mov, and we're going to set save. So now it knows where to send it. You can also click this output module here, and let's see here, we'll go ahead and leave it as a QuickTime. I'm going to go to format options here. I like this Apple ProRes 422. I would stick to that. Leave everything else exactly as it is. Click OK. Let's see here. Everything else looks good. We're going to click OK. And then we're going to click render right over here. And it'll play through the movie. You can watch this progress bar right here, show you how far along you are. Might take just a minute to finish up. It tells you here how many frames it's actually rendering into a movie, 276 frames. Tells you how long it takes to render it, how much time supposedly is left. I'm just gonna wait for that to finish up. Almost there. And then once we're done with this, we should be good to go. 100% okay. Sometimes you get a little ding when it's done. And there we go. So I'm just gonna go back down to my Finder here, go to my Goober, and we can see that right here is the video that we just made. So I can double click, I can spacebar on that to check it out. And there we go, we can see that our whole video is all put together. Okay, close that up. And that's all you need to know for this. Thank you very much.